Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Seasonal Tokens Podcast, where Polar interviews people so you can do more investing and less gambling.
Like I said, Bitcoin mining is definitely a great opportunity, but at the same time, like people like me truly believe that crypto investing is also a great option to be part of the crypto world. So I have this question for you because you are doing both of these things. So Bitcoin mining or crypto investing if you're just starting out?
Well, I think, I really think it's a comfort level thing. It's a due diligence thing. And so, I think if you're just starting out, I think it's important to do research before you jump in and know what you're investing in and know why you're investing in it, right? So, for example, with your seasonal tokens, it's got a very good thesis right around it, and it's got a very good value proposition. So I think it's important to understand why you're investing in it if you really believe in it. And I think really believing in it is important. And I also think, well, what's your investment strategy? Are you a long-term holder, or are you looking to just, essentially trade it either on a short-term basis or a swing trade or a seasonal trade? Like for me, for example, I'm a long-term holder because I really believe Bitcoin is going to go up in value significantly from its current price. It makes sense for me personally to accumulate Bitcoin through Bitcoin mining because that's probably the best way to accumulate it, because you're getting it at a significant discount to the market price and your dollar cost averaging into it. So that's my personal preference. But I think everybody's different. And I would just impress that, whatever you decide you're attracted to do your homework and don't rush into it and do your due diligence.
I absolutely agree with you. Like, you shouldn't listen what others are saying. You just have to do your research and do what you feel is the best for you. Because otherwise, in the end, you're going to blame others for your own decision, which is totally wrong. I think that when we talk about investing and actually everything in life, you should have your full responsibility of your actions. And if we are talking about money, it is even more important, especially if you have a family and they somehow depend on you. So yeah, do it like they say in the song, think twice. Like,
that's right.
I think that,
yeah.
Whatever you decide, like, think twice. Maybe it's not the best decision. Like, sleep over it. Maybe in the morning you have a better idea. So Zach, you said that you have started with crypto investing in 2017, if I'm not wrong, because I'm not the best person in
You're absolutely right. 2017, I started buying.
Yeah, remembering dates. Like, I'm definitely not the best guy in that. So I suppose that during these 5 years, you have done some things that you probably feel that they're somehow mistakes of yours. Maybe I'm wrong. But are there mistakes that you have done in crypto that you think have costed you a lot, but at the same time, you have learned a lot because of them?
Well, I haven't made any mistakes that have cost me a lot, but in the sense of lost money. But when I first started investing, I started buying Bitcoin, and then I bought Ethereum, and then I bought a few altcoins. And those altcoins, I was a long-term holder for all of these. That was my strategy. And as you know, the altcoins are much more volatile than Bitcoin. And when we entered the bear market after 2017, the altcoins dropped in value by like maybe 95%. So I ended up, I had a few. I think I had Litecoin and I've forgotten the names of the other two. But anyway, in the last bull run, sometime last year, I sold those altcoins, and I ended up combined getting out for about break even. So, from a actual dollar loss standpoint, I didn't really lose money. From a time value of money, I certainly lost time that money was locked up over that, 5-year period. But my lesson from that, because it's all a lesson, right? It's a life lesson, was for me personally, given my personal investment strategy, I chose not to invest in altcoins again during this latest bull run, to focus really on Bitcoin. And then I also, because I kind of became a Bitcoin maxi or maximalist, I also converted my Ethereum over to Bitcoin. So
okay, so no altcoins anymore, only Bitcoin for you.
Yeah, that's my personal preference.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, you're not the first person that is saying that, and I totally get it. Like Bitcoin has proven itself for so much time, and at the same time we see that it has been adopted the most from other coins that we have, and we have thousands of altcoins out there. So it's definitely hard to pick a good one, and this is one of the reasons why we have actually started this podcast, so we can help people to navigate this stormy world of cryptos, and they can make their decision if they want to focus only on Bitcoin on top 100 or do something else, because there's so many strategies out there. So like you said, there are bull markets, but there are also bear markets, and you are a big Bitcoin believer. So is there any change in your investment strategy when the bear market comes?
Well, because we're buy and holders, we take a step back. So what's interesting is people say Bitcoin is so volatile, right? But if you pull up Bitcoin on a monthly chart, it's got a very nice, recognizable uptrend pattern. And as you know, these 3 prior halving events were followed by very strong bull markets. And then there's a pullback, and then, a stabilization period. But then when the halving events happen again, there's a strong bull run. So, I like to take a step back and not get overly emotional about the daily volatility. And the monthly chart is a great way to do that, because it's so clear to see the pattern.
Okay, so what you're saying is that when the bear comes, you just zoom out and relax.
Yeah, because I'm not well equipped enough to say, here's the top I need to sell right now, here's the bottom I need to buy right now, right? And if you're accumulating Bitcoin through Bitcoin mining, you're just flipping it off and taking a little bit more every day, and you just continue to accumulate through the bear and the bull market, And because your cost of accumulation is pretty stable, because the cost of mining is stable, over time it's going to go up. So it kind of, I don't know, it's a more Zen approach.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know if you have noticed, but lately, because of this let's say, a little bit longer than expected bear market, there was a topic that was going on everywhere in all social medias around people that are doing crypto, and it is mental health. What is your opinion about that?
About mental health?
Yeah, and cryptocurrency.
Oh, in terms of people getting too emotional about it?
Yeah, exactly. Like there are a lot of people that have even committed suicide after this Luna crash thing. So this has somehow even pushed the things more in that direction, that there is actually a very big danger ahead of these very big crypto believers, that there is even risk for their life.
That's sad. Yeah. I think I'm more conservative than a lot of these crypto players that are looking for much, much bigger returns than you can get if you just invest in Bitcoin. And I think, higher return, higher risk to a large extent. And, as we saw from Celsius, right, and Three Arrows Capital, they were heavily, overly leveraged. Yeah, and of course, that wasn't being disclosed, but that's what resulted in that crypto crash, was just the over leveraged and the over speculating, and that'll affect your emotions, So I think it's, anytime you're day trading, it can get very, very emotional, right? And if you're day trading in crypto, you have even more volatility, so that affects your emotional state. And on top of that, if you're leveraging, if you're on margin, so you can get a margin call and get your whole account wiped out in minutes, that can really impact you. So, I think it depends on your particular strategy, but to the extent that you're really engaged in these highly speculative activities, yeah, I could see that very much impacting your emotional state.
Yeah, absolutely. You are bringing a very important point that honestly I haven't thought much about. That actually probably the biggest issue is coming from the fact that those investors that felt really bad, except those with the Una crash, I totally understand them. But those that have felt really bad because of the bear market are those that have been expecting to become millionaires in a month or two or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's, you got to be in it for the long game, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And, I think you can get rich from investing in crypto, but not necessarily get rich quick. That's what I say with real estate too. I mean, there's lots of ways to make money in real estate, but it's not really a get rich quick scheme. It's get rich over time.
Absolutely. And I think that this is the less volatile way of getting wealth, because actually this is the end goal, right? To increase your wealth, not to become rich, but to become wealthy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that distinction.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you said this thing about the quick rich scheme, it reminded me about a saying that we have in seasonal tokens, is that when someone is asking us, is it possible to become rich fast with your project? We always say that our project is for those that are seeking for get rich slow, not for others. So, and I think that the idea behind Bitcoin is somehow similar or probably the same.